Okay, stop. I know what you're thinking right now. Just another guy on the internet telling me to wake up earlier, start my morning earlier, do this, and that. And guess what? You're right. I am another guy on the internet telling you to wake up earlier, because you should. You don't have to, but I'm going to tell you why you might consider it. And don't worry, I'm not telling you to wake up at 4:35 in the morning every day, but hear me out. What's going on, everybody? Welcome aboard Life Launchpad, your go-to channel for practical advice and guidance to launch your dreams into reality. I'm your host, Andrew Savina, back again with another video. Today we are talking about the early morning routine, waking up earlier. Waking up earlier. You might be in your head thinking, this guy's got nothing for me. I don't even know why I'm listening. But trust me, I'm a 20-year-old college student, used to be a night owl, going to sleep at 4 in the morning, and now I wake up at 6 in the morning. So let me tell you a little bit why, what, why, and how. So first of all, your first question would be, why would I? Why should you? It's a reasonable question. It's a very, very, very reasonable question. Why should you wake up early? And to that, I have to say, first of all, just a little bit of science for you. Psychologically, you become happier and just overall boost your mood by waking up earlier. So, if you want to be happier, who doesn't want to be happier? Waking up earlier might be the solution for you. Obviously, you might just think about it and be like, I don't know, when I wake up, I feel groggy, don't want to get out of bed, and just rather go back to sleep. Fair enough, but if you give it a week or two, depending on how you react to it, you will see what I am talking about. That's something I just wanted to get out of the way. First thing I want to say, you become a happier individual, and being a happier individual is always appreciated and accepted. Who doesn't want to be a happier individual? Next, I want to talk about, you get time to do some trivial stuff in the morning, If, say you wake up at 7:45 every morning, and now you change your schedule to waking up at 6:30, you get an hour and 15 minutes in which I'm going to tell you a couple things to do in that hour 15 minutes, but then you're still left with 30-40 minutes of extra time before you have to even get onto the tasks that you had planned for the day. So who doesn't want to free up time? This will give you flexibility, it'll give you freedom. It just works out in your end. And you'll start realizing, once I start telling you these benefits and everything to do, it's kind of a domino effect. It just works that in, next thing piece falls down, and next thing you know, boom, you're good. Final reason on why you should wake up is cortisol levels. And this is the feeling of being awake, when you're peak energy. This is when you're like, your brain's fully functioning, everything's going, let your tone and, get your motivation, you're like, that midday burst of motivation to do all this stuff. That's where it comes from. And waking up earlier, in turn, just sets that timer to go off earlier. But when you realize you wake up earlier, and the stuff and steps that I'm about to tell you to do, plus the cortisol boost that you receive, it'll give you like a very high productivity and energy rate throughout the entire day. So science backs this. It's not just a random dude telling you. It's not a bunch of random dudes on the internet telling you to just wake up earlier. Science is proving that, there's reason why people wake up earlier. It makes sense. It just plays into the role. Next question you might be doing, like, well, what do I do when I wake up earlier? You're like, okay, I can wake up at 6:30. Now what do I do for the next hour and a half? And let me tell you, simple 3-step plan. Step 1, get out of bed. I'm not even going to count that as a step. Step 1 is getting direct sunlight. Get out of bed, open your blinds, and look to the sun. Not actually directly in the sun. That'll hurt your eyes. Don't look into the sun. But get some sunlight into your eyes. Sunlight will trigger serotonin in your brain, which just helps your body but it helps your body regulate different things like mood, your digestion, different elements that help with your health, sleep. Just a bunch of good healthy conditions that get regulated by your body when they get this boost of serotonin from the sun. It triggers your brain. The sun triggers your brain to release serotonin, produce serotonin, and then your body just is thanking you for doing that. But next, step 2, drink some water. First thing I do in the morning is drink water usually. I do it in that order. I open the blinds and then I drink water. But drinking water is key because when you're asleep, you're dormant for 6 to 8 hours, how much you should be sleeping, and your body doesn't receive water. Your body's using water to, process, your brain's still working, and then your blood's still flowing, you're producing blood, you're getting dehydrated, you sweat in your sleep, you get dehydrated. Along with that, it helps to reduce the chance of getting kidney stones, so that's a big thing. And then it also helps with reduce infections. Drinking water on an empty stomach fights like all these bacterial infections. I didn't even know. I looked into it. I was like, wow, I was pleasantly surprised. But it was interesting. But drinking water is good. Stay hydrated. You should always be drinking water. Water is great for you. Water has so much benefits. As many benefits, like so many benefits that it's endless. But you know what has more benefits, or actually probably the same? You know what has quite as many benefits as that? Getting physical activity. Step number 3, getting some sort of physical activity. And it doesn't have to be much. It doesn't. It really doesn't. It could be some stretching. It could be a light walk. Or it could be like even a full workout. Me personally, when I wake up, me and my mom go for a 10-15 minute run. Simple as that. It's a jog. It's nothing crazy. I'm getting a nice little, warmed up. My heart's beating. Get a little worked out. Sometimes sweat depending on if I do some sprints. But you get some workout in and the blood starts flowing. You get productivity boost. Yeah, there's blood to your brain, so you're already energized, and then you get probably you become more productive. You look at the day and you're like, all right, I'm taking the day on right away, going right at it, which is always a great feeling. Being motivated to do that is a great feeling. Surprise, bonus step number 4, not necessary. I personally enjoy it. I know there's a lot of people that recommend it, but I know there's a lot of people that don't like this. I'm still gonna recommend it. It is getting a cold shower. Getting a cold shower. You might be looking at me like, oh, you want me to wake up early and now you want me to go in a cold shower? No, I'm done listening to this guy. He's full of it. But I understand. I used to be a big anti-cold shower guy. So now I take it, this is more me giving you, it's not like I did the research in science, but I personally giving you my opinion on it, is that taking a cold shower gives me that boost that I get after working out. I'm already boosted, but then I get cold in the shower, and then I'm like, all right, I'm ready, and it's just your body reacts to the different temperature. You went from hot from running to cold shower, so it just changes your body. It's good for regulating your body temperature. Also, it's good for fat loss if you're trying to lose weight. I do know that because I did research when I first started doing it. But I also do it for the psychological benefits of it. Nobody wants to go into a cold shower willingly. They're like, I'd rather just take a warm shower and just take a casual shower as one would. But being that individual that goes all right, I know I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway because I should. It has good benefits. It kind of helps psychologically take on the day, fight it face first, and just it keeps going, a rippling effect. The more things that you do that you don't feel like doing but are positive, the better it's going to feel, and the easier the next ones are going to be. So it's kind of as I was saying, a rippling effect, a domino effect. And then let me answer the third question that you might have, which might be, what do I stand to gain from this? What am I going to gain from losing an hour of my sleep? Or, just if you change your schedule, it might be the same. So, first of all, an earlier morning. You might well, of course, waking up earlier. But an earlier morning allows you to get more stuff done. As I said, you get trivial things done right away, which helps you, reduce the chance of forgetting them. Sometimes you forget some things you have to do. Sometimes you have certain tasks. I like to read sometimes in the morning right after I do everything. Get my reading done later in the day also sometimes. But it just gets trivial things done that usually, in the afternoon you might be like, oh, sorry, I can't do anything. I have some stuff that I have to do, which you could have done earlier in the morning, like check your emails, respond, do work on a project, whatever it has to be. But you could do that earlier in the morning, get it done, get it out of the way, free up some time, give yourself the freedom that you want in your time. Give yourself time freedom. That's a big thing. Being able to do what you want when you want is nice. Getting your freedom to, say you want to go for a walk later in the day, say you want to read, say you want to watch a TV episode. It gives you that freedom. Next thing, I think I've mentioned this a couple of times, but higher productivity. You really do become more productive. You wake up and you're already like, all right, I don't want to do this. But once you get into the groove, you're starting doing this, you're doing your exercise, you say you shower, you do this, and you're like, all right, well, I'm already awake. I might as well keep doing this, keep the train going, get the flow going. So you keep working on at it. So it just works on the productivity levels, increase, you get more done, which works with giving you freedom later in the day. You're whatever you're doing during the day, your work, you got school, you're doing it better. You study better, you're working better, you're getting more productive and just more on point. It's just it falls into each other. It just works out for you. Finally, psychological benefits. I didn't do too much research and science into this, but psychologically, personally speaking, I just feel more motivated to get ahead and go through with my day. When I wake up early, I'm like, all right, I know this sucks, but I'm proud that I woke up. I'm proud that I did this. I can keep going. I know I can do this. And then you get to the point where it's like, all right, I'm just going to keep going. You just keep flowing with it. It just goes. And next thing you know, you're just flying through the day. You're getting everything you need done. It just works out in your favor, and it just feels good. It just makes you feel good. And, who doesn't want to feel good? That's all I have to say. In the end, I know it's not for everybody. I know you still might think of me some random dude just telling you to wake up earlier, like everybody else that does, and you might not want to, and I get that, and you might not have to. So if you don't have to, by all means, stick to whatever you do now. But I still recommend everybody, have to or not, try this out. Wake up an hour earlier and give yourself time for an hour earlier. Wake up, do the 3 things, get sunlight, get some exercise, drink some water, and see how you feel. See how your day goes, and try it for a week. If you can, go for 2 weeks. If you can, just stick to it if you like it. It changes how I feel, how everything works out. And I definitely think that it's worth just giving it an effort, trying it out. So it's definitely personally one of the greatest and most appreciated changes that I've made within the last 3 years. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, the power to change your life lies within you. Don't stop learning. Don't stop growing. Don't stop launching towards your dreams. I'm Andrew Savina, and thank you for watching Life Launchpad. Peace.